Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, your masked redditor, and I'm kind of going by like. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think you should call me? The masked redditor. I like that one. I do. I just kind of worried a lot of people were gonna be like, can we call you something shorter? I mean, I guess you guys call me Mr. Mask or Maskling or Maskadask or that maskerdly duck. Oh come on, that was funny, and you know it. All right. So I have a bit of a confession to make. I actually started recording this about 15 minutes ago, and then I fucked up somewhere in the video where I realized I said something I really shouldn't have. Nothing bad, nothing like awful, okay? And it was the real name of somebody in the story because they provided screenshots in said story, and we're going to get to that. Um, but I fucked up. I ended up setting, so I had to go back, and I realized, oh shit, I suck at editing. I literally, right. I got OBS up, right? I got OBS recording. Usually I do it through the cameras option on my laptop. Using my webcam. But now I've actually figured out how to put a webcam on OBS. You can't see it, but it's working. This is how I'm getting it through. I even went through a whole customs option while looking at tutorials on YouTube. But yeah, there we go. So I fucked up. Said something said something really stupid on that last one, and ended up outing the real person on that last video that is never coming to light. That fucker's going in the incinerator. And then uh, and then also I've learned how to put the webcam on the OBS. I know it seems very, very basic, but my technologically challenged ass is just learning one step at a time, folks. Just baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Okay, there's a reason I wear a mask. Okay, here we go. This one is our first video, and I did read it a little bit, so if my reaction this time seems a little forced, I apologize. But let's get into it, okay? It's a little doozy. It's a little doozy. I'm starting with our first story this way. Okay, so this one is called Am I the Asshole? For telling my roommate's booty call, she has HIV. I know. Same way. That's the same way I fucking thought. What the fuck? How... You know, I understand that the internet is a place but I hope everybody understands you don't have to share everything on the internet. You know, you might want to. Hell, even I get tempted sometimes. I won't lie. I'm on Reddit a lot, unfortunately. Um, and I also want to fucking go on and post all my embarrassing life secrets, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Now, mind you, now that I think about what I had said, I probably wouldn't have to cut that thing out since it's on Reddit, public, and the screenshots made public. So I really hope that's a fake name. But I'm going to make a fake name for it because I don't want to get blasted on my video, even though I'm a fairly, very small channel. I'm baby channel, and baby channel, I don't want to get knocked out the fucking sky real quick. Okay, guys. So let's see here. Okay, so hello Reddit. So my roommate Lisa mentioned to me last night that she had a guy coming over. She recently also told me she had tested positive for HIV. She said, I'm getting some dick tonight. All excited. So I tried to talk her out of it. Turns out she told him she hadn't told him she was infected and refused to do so when I asked. So she goes upstairs to shower and her date shows up. I pull him aside and tell him everything. He was still very nice and ate dinner with me and Lisa. He also watched movies and made popcorn with Lisa. Now it's the next morning and Lisa is hopping mad like fucking Judy Rabbit. She's hopping. She and Peter Cottontail are just hopping mad, man. The fuck? does hopping mad mean, guys? Like, I'm just imagining just this woman just jumping up and down with the smoke coming out of her. Ah! Ah!
Yeah, how dare you expose my HIV prognosis to my fuck buddy? Ah!
But yeah, she done fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. We definitely people need to be better in these situations. You tell somebody that you're going to sleep with if you do have a disease in that region, or if it affects them, okay? A disease of any kind, okay? It could be the flu or a cold. You usually say, hey, we're about to bone. I got a cold. You're going to probably get it. And they're going to be like, oh, well, thank you. I still want to bone. And they're like, I bet. You dig? I sound stupid. So, here we go. She's hopping mad. Fucking hopping mad. Yeah, she is. She yells at me and she's about, how dare you? You this and that. And I'm just sitting there like, the fuck? She's mad because she didn't get no dick. I really, really wanted to spice it up this time when I said that. Okay. Well, she wasn't mad indeed. Now she won't speak to me. Oh, I fucked that up, but I like the way I swapped words. It was supposed to be she was indeed mad, but instead I put she was mad indeed. Now she won't speak to me. I'm having too much fun with the story. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to bring that nice reaction back, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to come off disingenuous, so I'm basically just saying everything I wish I had said when I first recorded it. Okay, now she won't speak to me. Now I'm feeling guilty. Am I the asshole? P.S. I'm high, so this might not be typed out right, like grammatical errors. Hello again. I have an update, which includes screenshots, but I can't post them on this subreddit. I will post them on the update in the r/am I overreacting, which we will head to in a minute. So I'm we're gonna read these comments off again, and then I'll give my feelings on the take. Okay, so, oh god, I can't go a fucking video without belching somehow. Whew. This mask smells awful right now. You like the different color? Last one was silver. This one's red. I bought a fucking different multicolored pack when I was doing it. So I also like the fact that I'm actually staring at the camera this time. I'm sure a lot of you guys were like, I'm staring at it a hell of a lot better now. I'm training myself that the moment I look this way, I need to look at you. All right, you, the viewers. I didn't do that. You didn't see anything. All right, you're my masklings, my henchmen. You follow my orders, and you didn't see it, and I order you not to have seen a damn thing. Okay. First comment. This is actually not the top comment, but this is the top comment, but this is the one with the most likes. This is just weirded me out. This one has 8K upvotes and has an award, the clapping emoji. Good on them. Good on them. My brother has HIV because someone withheld their status. Nothing has ever made me feel more enraged. Thank you for telling. You did the right thing, and I wish someone had for my brother. And then someone reports that, isn't this a crime? Which this is, in fact, a crime. I think it's a form of assault. Let me make sure here. Is not telling someone that you have HIV illegal. Okay, so So it is not mandatory. Hang on. Before you go writing in them comment sections. It is not mandatory to discuss it to a normal person. Right? So this one says, nonetheless, there is no legal obligation to disclose HIV status or to use a specific prevention method so long as transmission doesn't occur. I assume that means sex. Unfortunately, I also think this one's trying to say, as long as you don't finish on each other or some shit. Finish in each other or some shit. Or on each other, depending on who you are. But there is one that says people living with HIV can be charged with a felony for failing to disclose their HIV status to sexual partners. You may be charged with crimes like reckless endangerment or assault in some states if you don't disclose your HIV status to someone before sex. Oh, that one's in... Yeah, so I'm assuming it depends on your state. I do recommend, just for a moral standpoint, guys, and this is just whoever you're having sex with, if you have HIV, which I'm so sorry if you do, I'm sure it is not easy. But please disclose the status at least to people you're going to be having sexual relations with, even if it's just a booty call, so they can take preventative measures. You be doing yourself, and listen, if for some reason they leave, they was not worth your time, okay? Alright? They weren't worth your time. So, now that we're done with that PSA, why don't we go back to the story? So, we're gonna go look at this update, right? And they did put a little thing catching everybody up. Basically, these screenshots detail the situation of what happened afterwards. I don't think they really detailed too much, nothing. It's just an argument. We're gonna read them anyway. I am gonna make fake names for people on this fucking thing. So, this OP's roommate says, "I want you out of my life. What you did was so unacceptable. Dude ghosted me, and I really liked him. You fucked everything up. You are a shitty roommate and no real friend. You fuck everything up in my life, and I'm tired of having you around." OP says, "What that guy had was a right to know. Surely you weren't going to tell him. I did what I thought was right. I wasn't trying to ruin everything. I am very sorry if I did. Look, I am really sorry. But to be fair, you weren't exactly going about it the right way either." OP's roommate replies, "I don't care. You disclosed personal and private info. There's a reason I didn't want him to know. People judge shit like what I have, and I'm not proud of it. I'm so sorry. I know I just came out with that PSA, and I'm now sounding like a complete prick voicing her, but I'm not gonna lie. OP's roommate, I'm sorry that you have HIV, but you are a fucking douchebag. Okay? There's a reason I didn't want him to know. People judge the shit like what I have, and I'm not proud of it. My friends, when they come over, they don't even care about me anymore. It's always, where is OP? And what is she going to... And when is she doing? And is she going to be here? And I'm sitting here. They're supposed to be here for me, not you. You fuck up my friendships, and you ruin my reputation. I'm fed up. Get out! First off, what does that have to do with this whole fucking situation? This seems like this is actually starting to... What OP did was right. She's not the asshole for telling the booty call. This is starting to feel more like, there's more to this situation of why OP maybe told the booty call than to be right. If OP's roommate is to be believed. But we're not going into that topic. Well, fellas. We have one more message. I'm sorry. Okay. That's not my fault. I am giving both these girls bitchy voices. I apologize to any women who watch this channel. I just think it's funny to voice like this. I'm sorry. That's not my fault. And while we're on the subject, might I add that you sit on your phone the whole time your friends are over, even when I don't really talk. They come to my room and say hi. They want to be around me. They don't want to be around you. Maybe that you should tell you something about your character. I'm not being mean, at least. And roommate, you're not a bad person. But the way you have been lately, you haven't exactly been very nice to me or other people. I don't want to end our friendship over something like this. Holy shit! Oh my god! What a fucking explosive scene! The drama! The unfortunateness! The fact that the both of them apparently have some sort of issue with the other. There's actually something more going on here. They both don't like each other somewhere. I know that seems weird. It's like, but Mask. She made sure to warn this man of possibly getting infected with HIV. To which I respond, you're absolutely right. She did. She absolutely did. And if your roommate's not willing to tell somebody that they have HIV and they're going to have sex with them, then I actually don't. No, yeah, tell them. First, tell your roommates that you need to tell them, or I will, because this could go bad. You need to provide condoms. You need to do all this stuff. You guys need to take the proper measures so this shit does not transfer. That's just my opinion on the situation in general. But from what OP's roommate's saying and what OP is saying, it just sounds like a whole lot of shit that's not necessary. So I'm going to say, not the asshole for OP. She did what was right. But this also seems like this is a friendship that is on its last leg because neither are communicating that they have an issue with the other. So, yeah. Don't you love to just see friendships fucking dissolve on Reddit? I know I do. No, I don't. I think it's kind of awful. But, why don't we go to the next story, okay? And I'm not pausing the video to go look for another story because the other two I don't think are that good. Or rather, I'd rather save them for not. I'm not pausing the video for that at all. I am not bad with technology. I'm very good with technology. Hi guys. I told you I didn't pause the video at all. No, I didn't. I had no idea what anybody is talking about. Okay. So, this next story, I actually had to find this one because I forgot. I was lazy and I fucking knew it. I recently just watched the latest Smosh Reddit video. And there's a story on it I want to cover myself. Big fan of Smosh Reddit, so I appreciate them providing the link so that I myself can put this on everything. Thank you guys. Big fan of your guys's and your channels, and your particularly your Reddit stories, obviously. So here we go. So this is an unfortunate post, so I'm going to give some trigger warnings for infidelity. So infidelity here. So the user who did this was deleted their account. And they post, found out that my husband sleeps with his ex-wife from time to time to prevent her from dating. I just want to lie down in a fetal position and cry. We have been married for 2 years, 2 happy years, until I stumbled upon an email from her that said that she didn't want to do this anymore because she wanted to find love and meet other men. He answered her that he loved her more than anything, even more than the children. They have 3. And then he would give her all the sex she wanted. Then he went on about how it was safer for her not to let in strangers into her home. She said that she was done. He asked her to marry him. She told him that she didn't want him back as a husband. He said he loved her. Now I know why he refuses to have shared custody with her and would rather pay $4,500 in child support instead, so she doesn't have time to date. I'm so heartbroken. I feel like trash. Why is he doing this? So this was posted 10 months ago, and this is on the True Off My Chest subreddit. This is fucked. I am not okay with this. I'm not okay with this at all. I'm not. My heart breaks for this woman because this is a man who has an agenda. These women, these two women, are not people. They're not people to him. I don't know what they are to him, because obviously he's a dad. And she doesn't mention that she has kids with him, but we know she has kids with her, or he has kids with his ex-wife, the one he's been cheating on him with. Now, I do remember there is some stuff in the comments I do have to find. I do have to find it, because I remember them bringing this stuff up. But my heart breaks for this woman. I do believe... Now, hear me out. I just remembered that in this story particularly, I believe that he cheated on his ex-wife with her. Current OP. Now, I gotta make sure that, and I don't want to confirm that. Probably should have confirmed that before I said that, right? Okay, so comment said, "This sounds like you were the other woman. The husband left his wife to be with you, and now the husband regrets leaving her. Am I right?" Someone replied to that and says, "Close. The wife left the husband after OP. Added there, yes, the wife left after OP. Yes, she was the other woman. Added their affair. So seemingly the husband never wanted a divorce, just a little ass on the side. But OP didn't like that and took matters into her own hands. Real class act." And they said, someone replies to that, says, "Wow, so he married his AP, that's OP, and made his ex-wife his new AP, so he still gets them both? Wow, that's karma to OP. Now both women need to get some self-esteem and dump him, so he gets his karma." There's a lot more to this. Yes. I don't know exactly where they found this information out, because I'm not seeing OP mention any of this. Let me see here. Wow. Someone did post, "This is fucked." I'm not gonna lie. "Oh my god, girl, you were the side piece, weren't you? 100% you were. They have 3 kids. He proposed twice. He's deeply in love with this woman. Have you no shame or eyeballs? Sorry." Sorry, I gave this lady a another weird voice in this tale. I just thought I love the energy here. And then someone replies that she's still the side piece. And then someone replies that at this point, OP is just third wheeling the couple. Yep, that's how this is. So, yeah, what this sounds like to me is this dude doesn't see these two as people. And I do feel bad for OP. Let me make this clear. I am not on the bandwagon of that she's a super awful person. Yes, cheating is wrong. You should not cheat. But I do hope, I believe in the idea of doing better. That there's a chance to just go and live your normal life afterwards. Do you have to make amends with everybody? I think it would be okay. It would be nice to do that, but I don't think it's a requirement. I think sometimes that those people, you need to just cut them. Let them be angry at you and move on with your life. Because that's just what it is. OP, my message to you in this case, my advice is you need to leave this man. If you have no kids, leave this man. He don't care. He never cared about you even when you were his side hoe. Yeah, fuck it. When you were his side hoe, you were just a piece of ass on the side, my guy. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? I'm sorry that this is happening to you. I'm the most person, but the most person I'm sorry for is his wife. You know, because you know what? She's degrading herself fucking this piece of shit. She's still fucking him. But OP, you have a scot-free. Get away! Run! Don't stay! Don't stay! That's my advice. Leave. Divorce. Divorce. If you ain't happy, leave. You just said you're heartbroken. And that sucks. And I'm sorry that you're heartbroken. I'm sorry this wasn't the fairy tale ending you pictured. But do you want to stay in that kind of relationship? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. That would hurt me. That would hurt me way too much. Okay. So, that's so unfortunate. I can't even imagine that. That's so bad, guys. Let me find another story the other stories I've got saved up here. So how you guys doing? I've been doing pretty good, guys. Ew. Ooh. We'll save that for Okay. So here we go, guys. So this is from AITAH. This was posted 4 months ago. And I think I remember finding this and thinking this would be a great story to show you guys. But then I went on my small, 3-month hiatus? Right? Was it 3 months or a month? I don't know. Either or, I'd probably go on another hiatus. I might probably go on another hiatus again once I get my writing juices flowing again. Not that I'll leave you. I'll come back. But this is just for fun. If I was able to turn this into a credible career, I'd stay. I love you all too much. I feel it in my bones. Right here. In the calcium of my rib cage. Okay? Yeah. I was going to start singing the Bone song, but I don't want to anymore. Okay. Let me make sure here. Here we go. I'm going to put in a small trigger warning on this and just saying douchebag parents. So, nobody here thinks douchebag parents are nice, and I'm thinking they're going to be a little bit more douchebaggy than our normal ones. So, because the title of this is called Am I the Asshole for Kicking My Parents Out? And saying, this is why I was so fucked up as a kid. So, let's find out. Throwaway and phone. My man, throwaway and phone. Is he assuming that because he makes another account on his phone? Or did he buy a fucking weird-ass burner phone for this? Either or... I don't know. Anyway, let's go on before I fucking waste more time than necessary here. So, throwaway and phone. I had my parents over for dinner this weekend. 60s. They're in their 60s. After my daughter, 10, asked if she could play us a song she had been practicing on her keyboard. She gets lessons. It wasn't perfect. Few missed notes and a couple pauses. But she did really well. She looked up at the end, massive smile, and I started clapping and my parents started fucking laughing. Not just a little chuckle, a massive fucking belly laugh. Them both. My mom asked if it was her first time playing it. My dad said it could have been better. Or my dad said it had to have been. A dog could have played that better. It was like my daughter was shrinking on the spot. And she looked down and said, no, I've had 2 lessons, but doing it with 2 hands is hard. And they just laughed even fucking harder. I just stood up, took their cuts, and said, leave. Now my mom tried to say about how they hadn't finished their drinks and they wanted to hear another song, etc. And I said, get your stuff and get the fuck out of my house right now. My dad started doing this huffing thing he does when someone dares to speak up to him. And my mom said that there was no need to be like this and that I can't protect her all the time. And she's preparing my daughter for the real world. Fuck, these people sound like dicks. And I said, it's not teaching the real world. They're just nasty little bullies. You're just nasty little bullies picking on children. And shit like this is why I was so fucked up as a kid. Now leave. They got their stuff and left. I sat with my daughter and I explained how proud of her I was and how well she was doing. To ignore them, they were being cruel because they don't know any other way to be, and asked if she could please play it again, which she did. On Sunday, I messaged and said that until they can behave like decent human beings, that we're taking a break away from them. My dad replied that it was my choice, but he didn't realize he raised me to be so precious. Now my lovely brown-nosed golden child of a sister is getting involved. She phoned me today with my parents' version of events telling me I was a nasty piece of work and should never speak to my parents that way, that I'm just wrapping my child in a cotton wool and blah, 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 blah. I added that part. I just told her to go fuck herself and hung up. Fucking love you, OP. I'm not asking if I'm in the wrong for standing up for my daughter. I always do that. But I did go pretty 0 to 100. I kicked them out straight away, and I swore at them and in front of my daughter, and I did raise my voice at the end when I said leave. I was and still am angry. I don't think I'd accept an apology from them at this point. This behavior isn't new. It's decades old, but this is the first time it's affected my daughter. Did I go too far? React too much? Should I have tried to be calmer? Talk it out? I don't know. Am I the ass? Oh, edit. Lots of people think I'm a mom. LOL. Nope. Single dad. Thank you for all your comments, calming the anger I felt and making me feel less shit for the way I reacted. I think by this we can already assume that the popular vote is he is not the asshole on this post. I also agree that he is not the asshole. I don't think he went hard enough. Okay, listen, if it were me, and I'm not saying I promote violence, I'm saying that I would promote just grabbing my parents by the scruffs of their neck, dragging them to the front fucking door, and yeeting them out the fucking door. Okay? They're 60s. It's not like they can do much. Okay? Unless they're one of them bodybuilder 6-year-olds that still look like they're in their 40s, just drinking that fucking creatine juice and protein powder. Alright? Yes, no, not the asshole. I do think, I couldn't imagine. I'd be kicking ass if my parents act this way to my child. I understand. But no, I think I'd be breaking some noses. Okay? I'm not saying, and there's a lot of people out here like, oh, you can't accept criticism out there. I think there's a difference between criticism and doing what they did, right? Criticism will be like, honey, it's great you can play like that. It would be one of those things. I feel like it's more the parent's job, how old is she's 10, right? So she's probably this honey, that was good. That was good. It's just not really my thing. I'm not a big fan of violin music. There's a lot of ways you could go about it. Just out of nowhere, it's just wow, 2 lessons? Wow, you're definitely getting them lessons in, alright? Imagine just how much better you'll be when you're done. Exactly. Why can't you just be like that? Why do you gotta be like a dick and be like, oh my god! Oh my god. It had to have been your first lesson. A dog could have played better than that, sweetheart. You suck! I added that sucks part. As far as I know, they didn't say that. Laughing at him? Why would you laugh at him? I'm not gonna lie, I'm one that believes that the world has gone a little bit too soft on how we perceive criticism. But even I understand that, like, sometimes you've just gotta, sometimes you just gotta fucking lie. Like, I know a lot of people don't promote lying. I promote the idea of just not lying on the big shit. Right? That's for their teacher to criticize. Let the teacher be the bad guy here. Just love your child. Just encourage them. Encourage them to go forward. Tell the teacher not to hold back. If she was that bad, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Like, there's no way she's fucking Katomini from Clanad. Oh shit, my weebness just came out. Oh, you all can see the fucking anime poster back there. But no. No, I think they're assholes. I think that he didn't do enough. I think that, in all honesty, anything they're good at, I'd have placed it out the whole time. It just reminds me of listening to, like, for me personally, I had an incident when I was working at a store where we had this new boss, and she sucked. She ended up looking at one of our department heads and, like, told her flat out. Now, this was a department that was not a sort of stand out front and meet the customers type of department, okay? This was a department that was, like, in the back, getting grimy, getting dirty, getting all this shit, putting this shit out on the fucking shit, right? And normally she did wear, she always did, she's never like she didn't wear makeup. She wore a decent amount of makeup. She wore nice. But the fucking manager looked her right in her face and said, dude, don't you think you could, like, dress better? Don't you think, honey, you might want to dress better. You're a department head. And I'm not gonna lie, I regret not immediately tearing that manager's ass, like, right then and there. Because I knew I was going to get fired if I did that. Like, full on, just, like, I always have the thing that when I get fired, I may just drag whoever I dislike the most in front of whoever the fuck I need to, and just have them stand right there as I berate them in front of everybody. I'll never actually do that, because I don't think I want to be that much. But it's the intrusive thought in my brain that comes out every once in a while that I'm like, fuck you. That, or they could be a new person. As soon as I reach over, they just back away from me, and I'm sitting there grabbing air, you know? I'm just like, They're like, what are you doing? Nothing. I just wanted to stretch my fingers. You did it towards me? Yeah. I wanted to test to see if I could reach. See if my fingers had grown longer. Stuff like that. But no, yeah. So I understand, like, there's some shit you keep to your fucking self. I don't give a flying fuck if we all believe that the truth is needed for everything. You keep that shit to your fucking self and you shut your fucking mouth. There is no fucking need for that type of shit, my guy. There is nothing on this planet that, like, there's nothing that should compel you to be this much of a dick to the people. First off, especially the people in your close circle. This is your grandchild, and you're being this much of a fucking jackass. What an ass. Okay. Now, there's some edits to this, right? Oh, and by the way, sister, eat a dick. Eat a fucking dick, my dude. You suck. Okay, so Editude. I'm really appreciate all the comments, even the ones calling me Mama Bear. LOL. I never doubted I was in the right for standing up for my daughter. Just how I went about it. I'm going to sit and talk with my daughter about it all either tomorrow after school or on the weekend. My parents and sisters can disappear for all I care right now. To all the commentators that said they wish they had someone like me when they were younger, I get it, man. I really do. I hope you got someone now or able to be that someone. Reading all these comments changed my anger into sadness / realization that I'm not alone with the shitty parents. Thanks for sharing and thanks for the comments, guys. Even the trolls, you were great. Also, please stop giving awards. It's a throwaway. Don't waste your money. Edit 3. Really appreciate all the comments and DMs, but my phones get going a bit mad with me. So I'm going to delete the account. I'm going to keep the post up though, because people have posted a bunch of links I'd like to look into this weekend. Thanks all. Okay. That explains. So he is using his actual phone. Yeah, good on this guy. Good on this guy. And, we all hope, and I hope eventually, my dream is to kind of be someone you guys can, like, I agree, I agree with what he said, like, to be that someone. I was not that someone growing up. But now that I'm at where I'm at right now, I hope that eventually this channel can turn into something similar to what I see with normal Reddit. Like, I want to give you guys the funny, but I want you guys to know that you can click on these videos and you can have a voice, I just want a voice that says, hey, shit's not right, and that's okay. And maybe I'll go in ASMR, who knows? Hat Mask Man ASMR. And you guys just watch a video of my mask moving up and down. Yeah. But no, guys. He's right. There's a lot of people said show other people respect. I don't know if I super subscribe to that. You could still show kindness without needing to show respect, right? Just civility, common decency in the world. That's all you need. To me, respect always seems to, like, be lorded over everybody, right? Like the moment you show someone respect, it's like, oh, well, basically they're gonna lord it over you. You respect me. You respect me. It's like, oh, why don't I just be nice to you? I gotta show you respect. I'll be kind and generous, and then I just go my way. I go my way, To me, respect always seems like it's a favor that is owed. Kindness is what I like to subscribe to. Even though I just spoke about dragging two people out, but that's towards showing kindness, like my daughter, to the daughter than it is to them, because fuck them. But yeah, guys, just a little bit of kindness. So let's get into these comments, and then we'll have our final talk, and then I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm already at 42 minutes right now. I'm gonna take a look and think about trying to make a thumbnail for this thing. That shouldn't be too hard if I want to do really basic things. You just put, like, pictures and a word. And I'm getting off topic. Okay, so first comment, right? So, not the asshole. You're a goddamn hero. If your parents think that's an acceptable way to talk to a child, they had it coming. Bullies always win when the tables are turned. At most, you might want to talk to your daughter about how they've always been like this, and like confrontation. And a confrontation was bound to happen. She may blame herself or wonder if you'll yell at her like that someday. Knowing that there's a history would help her understand. At 10, she'll have encountered bullies already, but may not know they don't change when they grow up. I hope I did. I was a dick. Thanks for your comment. Didn't think of that. Definitely don't want my daughter thinking I'll ever react that way to her. Act that way at her. This is a sweet story to end on. Look, guys, I'm not here to tell you that, to forgive your bullies. There's no point in times. You can remain mad at them, but to the bullies out there, if you want to change, you gotta change, my guy. There's no backpedaling here. There is simply just be kinder. Don't shove people into lockers. I never did that. Just don't look at the world. Say this, and if you feel this bad that you should, like, take a moment. There was a Reddit story I had read where this person lost a job because one of the people they were bullying was one of the top earners in the company, and in fact they were basically being pushed out, and that sucks. That does suck, but that's kind of the reality. Sometimes you scarred. The bullying had to be that severe, and I hope to God my bullying was never that super severe. I mainly made fun of people. That's all I did. I think. Dear God, I'm gonna find something worse down the line. God, but change. You want to change yourself. Just if you and you know what, if the person you hurt doesn't want to forgive you, that doesn't mean that you still can't change. You can still be better. Like, it's just one of those things. You have to want it. You have to want it. You can't do it for the people you hurt. That's bad. Because once they forgive you, what's to stop you from doing it again? But if you do it for yourself because you want to be the better person, you want to be a better person, then you have my support. I strive every day to try to do that. Alright, fellas. This has been your Masked Redditor. And we got to see some Reddit stories today. Bye! Totally not hitting the stop recording button. Totally not hitting the stop recording button. Totally not showing this all on the video. Totally not.